Hey, what's going on everyone? Nozu for you here, and today I want to talk about meta, and I want to talk about ships, and I want to talk about nerfs, and I want to talk about buffs. And I know that's a lot to cover, so I'm going to do my best to cover it in a decent amount of time, or minimal amount of time. And what really got me thinking about this was the fact that, on the weekends, I don't play World of Warships as much. I play that during the week, get the footage I need, play ranked when I can, everything else. And on the weekends, I reserve that time to play other games. And primarily right now, that would be Call of Duty Warzone. I've got a little crew of players I play with. We do fairly well. I mean, I'm actually decent at Call of Duty. We go out there. We can win every now and then. So it's fun. And you're probably wondering, what's this leading into? What does this have to do with World of Warships meta? And nerfs and buffs, and it has a lot to do with it, really, because for the first couple seasons of Warzone, which uses weapons from both Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops, the first few seasons, the weapons from Black Ops absolutely dominated. And in many ways, it's similar to World of Warships, how you have certain ships that you see those ships and that's all you see. In ranked gameplay or clan battles or wherever else. There is a set meta. These are the ships you use. You can deviate from those ships, but if you do, you're not going to do as well as you could be doing. And that has plagued World of Warships for a while, and ever since the power crept has started and just kept on going. And now, obviously, Thunderer is the go-to ship pretty much in ranked battles. If you don't use Thunderer, then there are some other ships you can use. It's Thunderer, Smallen, Holland, fast destroyers. You get the picture. A while ago, it was I think Stalingrad was fairly popular. You'd see a lot of clans running several Stalingrads, Henri's, at one point. So Call of Duty, I'm bringing this up because, like I said, for the first two seasons, you had certain weapons that were just the standard. I mean, the Fafar, that's one of them, and it's still very popular. The MAC-10, very popular. SMG, up close. So you've got certain weapons that, if you don't use those weapons in Warzone, you're pretty much handicapping yourself, and you don't stand as good a chance against players that do. However, this third season of Modern Warfare, Warzone, there is no strict meta because of balancing changes. And we think of nerfs and buffs in kind of a black and white type of way. In Wargaming and World of Warships, we really don't think of it so much as balancing. We just view it as, oh, we're taking away from a ship or we're adding to a ship. And we gotta stop thinking that way. And I would love Wargaming to be a lot more proactive with these ships. It seems like it just takes forever. It takes forever to nerf a ship or to buff a ship. Several months, if that. Whereas you watch Call of Duty and they can do it on a dime. They saw that the AUG was overperforming, so they nerfed the hell out of it. They decreased its rate of fire by 33%. I mean, everybody's complaining right now about the ZOW and how badly it's been power crept. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that, hey, let's decrease the reload on it by like 3 or 4 seconds. Or let's add to its hit pool by, 5,000 HP or something. Those are impacts that can be made right away and implemented in the game and keep things more dynamic. But for some reason, Wargaming just has this way of doing things where they have to play test the hell out of something rather than just making a quick change, giving players instant satisfaction, and tweaking from there. And I've got to applaud Call of Duty for what they've done. Because this season of Modern Warfare, Warzone, I keep calling it Modern Warfare. No, this season of Warzone is by far much more enjoyable than the past two seasons. Because you can use those weapons that you want to. And yes, there are some weapons that still outperform others, but you don't feel so at a disadvantage like you used to. But that's not the case with World of Warships yet. It's not. And I would love Wargaming to just kind of follow this game theory in that, hey, we're gonna balance on the fly. Every week we're gonna release a patch note with what we've done to all the ships that we've tinkered with. And you know, you might read it on Monday and it says that the Zal's been buffed slightly. It got a 2-second decrease to its reload. I'm just throwing something out there. Thunder has been nerfed. It's had 2 kilometers added to its concealment. And there you have it. But instead, if Wargaming plans to do that, it takes months. We're going to have to play test the Zal with its 2-second decrease in reload. We're going to have to play test the Thunderer with its added 2 kilometers of concealment for over a month. And then we're going to have to play test it some more. And then by the time that these changes are finally made, everything else is power crept these 2 ships even more. Or, well, Thunder's not going to be power crept anytime soon. But the game's already evolved with the new ships that are being added. So, I really want Wargaming to look at these ships more as a live testbed for balancing, not some type of ship that, you know, I mean, at the rate it takes them to nerf and buff these ships, in World War II, an actual ship of that same class could have been built. In 6 months, you can pump out a Fletcher-class destroyer. But in 6 months, we might or might not get a nerf or a buff that a ship severely needs. And what's happened over time is the rock, paper, scissors of this game has absolutely disappeared. Right now it feels like rock, paper, scissors, Thunderer. If you don't have Thunderer, you're going to get smashed, even if you're a rock or a piece of paper or scissors. That element from the game has been missing for some time now, and I would love to see it back in ranked gameplay. I would love to be able to take out older ships that I used to love to play and know that no matter what, I'm still going to be able to do good in them. If I meet up of another player and another destroyer and we're equal in our abilities, there's still a 50% chance I'm going to win and a 50% chance he's going to win, regardless of the type of ship we've decided on. And that is largely missing. Because I know right now, if I take out a specific ship, maybe a gearing or something, and I meet up against a player with my exact same skill level in a small end or something else, they're going to beat me. Just because they got the heals, they got the rate of fire, and everything else. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what shifts the meta into a direction that's just not good for the game right now. And that's what we need to remedy by being more proactive in the balancing of this game. More like Warzone and Call of Duty. Taking a look at things and recognizing that changes have to be made fast or you're going to start to lose players. Or you're going to start to lose at least the enjoyment these players have in what they're playing. And in this case, it's Warzone. And right now, the weapons from Black Ops are just so much stronger than Modern Warfare. But they've started tweaking those. So that there are some weapons that people can go back to from Modern Warfare. So I just wanted to present this difference in 2 different game companies and 2 different games. And show how one is continuously and rapidly making balance changes on certain weapons that have a profound effect in the game, eliminating the meta that once existed because they recognized that it wasn't good for the game overall. And then another company that, yes, they recognize they need to make changes, but it takes just too long. And by the time those changes come out, players have given up on the ship that they played. They're never going to play it again. They've moved on, or they've just moved on completely from World of Warships. And I don't want to see us lose players. I don't want to see people stop playing ranked. I don't want to see players not play Clan Wars because it's not fun, because there's a specific meta, and if you don't have that specific ship, you're not going to be able to compete. It's not fun. It's not good for the game. So I would really love to see Wargaming make some more balance changes and affect those changes a lot faster than they have in the past. I think if they did that, the player base would be very, very appreciative. And I think it would make a much more dynamic game in ranked, in clan battles, even in randoms, being able to bring back that rock, paper, scissors effect where, yes, I can bring out my closed beta ships that I used to love to play because I know they're still going to hang with everything else. And we just don't have that right now. And there's nothing wrong with balancing ships on the fly. There's nothing wrong with balancing often. You need to, just because of the way things are power crept. And you need to be willing to balance everything, from ship concealment to reload to speed. I mean, you can make tweaks in every category to fix problems with ships, and once again to crush the meta so that there is no meta. Anyhow, those are just my thoughts. Something I'd been thinking after I had a fun time playing Warzone this past weekend. Want to know your thoughts as well. And yeah, I'd love to see some change in a positive direction with this, but you know, we'll see. Anyhow, hope you all are doing wonderful. I'll catch you all later. Zoop out.